Okay, so looking at this first one, what do we have to do first? Yeah, you got to do the parentheses, yep. So there's nothing to do inside the parentheses, so we got to figure out what we need to do to the parentheses, and it's multiplied by the 2. So you got to multiply the 2 through, or distribute is what some of you may have called it. So 2 times W, 2W, then 2 times 3, positive 6. Then we have the other positive 2W over there. Then combine 2W and 2W is 4W plus 6. And then subtract 6. 48 equals 4W. And then divide by 4. W equals 12 or 12 equals W. Any questions there? How about down here? Start out by multiplying by 7/8. Get rid of the 7/8. This is now 2/3 x minus 1/4 equals, we got to multiply by 7/8 over here, which will give us 7/10. Then what? Add a fourth, add a quarter. So 2/3 x equals 19/20. Then what? Divide by 2/3. X equals 1 and 17/40. Questions?
Everybody I know seems to use fractions, and I always turn it into a decimal.
So you got 1.425 or something like that? Yeah, that works. Fractions are just more exact in a lot of cases. This one comes out to be an exact decimal anyway, so it's not like it's a 1/3 or anything like that where it keeps going forever. But well, since we're doing so well, let's put another one up here for you. Why don't you try that one in your notes? So now this one we have parentheses. And again, there's nothing to do in the parentheses. Is there something that can be done to the parentheses here? We can't just take them out because there's a negative in front of them. We have to treat that like it's a -1. There you go. We have to multiply through, distribute the -1. So the 2x doesn't change. -1 times 5x is a -5x. -1 times -1 is a +1, equals 16. So now we can combine. 2 and -5 make -3x. And then subtract 1. -3x equals 15. And then by -3. So x equals -5. Here, Richard, this one's for you. Try that one in your notes. Step 1. Try 3.1. So 5.8x equals 14.5, and then divide by 5.8, which gives us 2.5. How many do you have 2.5? Good deal. Try that one. Step 1. Add 5 1/4, okay. So we get 3/8 x equals what? 11 and 19/28. And then divided by 3/8. So x equals, what's that? 31 1/7? Is that what I got? 31.142857143.
Yeah, minus the 3.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it's 2 acre repeating, so it rounds to the 3.
Sure. Okay, so on that note, let's have you try something a little more exciting. Like that. How do we approach one like this? We have two options. Our first option, x over 3 can be thought of as 1/3 x. X over 2 can be thought of as 1/2 times x. So first off, you solve it. So next, what's our next step? What's 1/3 plus 1/2? 5/6. There you go. Just like if we had 2x plus 5x, we get 7x. Do the same thing here. 1/3 plus 1/2 is 5/6 x. And we divide by 5/6. Which gives us what? X equals 18. Any questions? So what's the other way we could have solved that? Well, we could have found common denominator of 6. Multiplied through by 6. So now 6 times x over 3 plus 6 over 1 times x over 3 is 6x over 3, otherwise known as 2x. 6 times x over 2, 6 over 1 times x over 2, that's 6x over 2, otherwise known as 3x. Now we do have to do the 6 times the 15. We cannot forget that. That's 90. So then we have 5x equals 90. And we divide by 5. And we get x equals 18. Better get the same answer, right? Would hope so. Yeah, most days, right? So how about try that one, see what you come up with. Do it with the multiplying through by the least common denominator. So what's going to be our least common denominator? 28. So we're going to 28 times x over 7 is going to be 4x. 28 times x over 4 is going to be 7x. And then 28 times 33, 924. Very good. So then what? 4 and 7 make 11x equals 924. And then 11, x equals 84. What do you think?
So you just multiply the 33 by 28.
Yep. Yeah, you're multiplying each term by the 28. I like that note-taking style. Pull out the phone. I see that way more these days, too. I remember it was like 5 or 6 years ago, the first time I had a student do that. It's like, hold it right there. They take out their phone and take a picture.
Well, I write it down.
Yeah, I know, but
later.
yeah.
Quicker.
I just remember that whole, don't scroll off. Let me take a picture before you scroll up. I'm used to it now, but it was kind of weird that first time. Like, really? Okay, well, that's true, I guess. To the right picture, it could be worth $1,000. Well, it depends on their political aspirations, I suppose.
Or the marital status.
True. So something like this. This would be easiest. I mean, we could do this as 5/4 x plus 2/3 x equals 3/2 x plus 5/6. We could do it with the fractions, but it would probably be a lot easier to make the fractions go away. So what is the common denominator going to be here? 12. Yeah, 24 would work. 12 is a little bit smaller. 24 would be just fine. We just have a little bit bigger numbers to work with. So let's do this out piece by piece. So 12 over 1 times 5x over 4. Now I could multiply it out and then divide it, but I am going to cross cancel here to save myself a little ink. So this is going to be 1 and 3. Both the 12 and 4 divided by 4. So 3 times 5x is 15x. Then 12 over 1 times 2x over 3. Again, 3 and 12 divide up, give me 1 and 4. 4 times 2x is 8x. On the other side, we are still multiplying. 12 over 1 times 3x over 2. 2 and 12 cross cancel, give me 1 and 6. 6 times 3x is 18x. And 12 over 1 times 5 over 6. 6 and 12 cross cancel, give me 1 and 2, so that is plus 10. Now what? We will combine what we can. 15 and 8 make 23x. Whoops, I don't know where that 5 came from. 18x plus 10. And then subtract 18x. That's where that 5 came from. 5x equals 10. And then divide by 5. X equals 2. Not so bad.
So for a second, just to clarify, the x is tied to 5/4, not 5, correct?
You can think of it as either way. As it's 5 times x, then divided by 4, or you can think of it as 5/4 times x. Either way would work. It'd give you a different approach as to how you separated them. So, let's have you try this one in your notes. Okay, so what is our common denominator going to be? $30 works. So 30 over 1 times 7x over 3. 30 and 3 cross cancel, give me 1 and 10, so that is 70x. Now we got to be careful here, there's a negative there. So 30 over 1 times a negative 2x over 5. The negative can either go in front of the 2/5 or it can go with the 2 or it can go with the 5. It just can't go with both. Because negative 2 divided by 5 is still a negative. So then we'll cross cancel. The 5 and the 30 cross cancel, give me 1 and 6. 6 times negative 2 is a negative 12x. Equals 30 over 1 times 3x over 2. And we do get the 2 and the 30 cross cancel, give me 1 and 15. 15 times 3x is 45x. And 30 over 1 times 7 over 10. The 10 and the 30 cross cancel, give me 3 and 1, gives me 21. Then what? Combine. 70 minus 12, 58x. There's 45x plus 21. And then subtract 45x. Yes, 13x equals 21. And then divide by 13. Give us that x equals 1 and 8/13. Yeah. Any questions so far? I'm just going to throw this one out there. See how it works with you. see how that one goes. What is our common denominator? What's that? 90 is it. That is the smallest one. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit here, if that's okay. 90 and 15 cross cancel to make what? 6. So I'm just going to multiply, if I can get my pen, there we go. Multiply this by 6. So 6 times 4 is 24x, and 6 times 3 is positive 18. 90 and 9 cross cancel to make what? 10, right? 90 and 9 divided by 9 to make 1 and 10. There's a negative here, so I'm going to actually have to multiply this by negative 10. So negative 10 times 2x is negative 20x. Negative 10 times negative 3 is a positive 30. Over here, 90 and 6 cross cancel to make what? What's 90 divided by 6? 15? Cool. So 15 times 6x is 90x. And 15 times 4 is 60. Now over here, 90 and 9 cross cancel to make 10. 10 times 2x is 20x. So we now have 24 and 20 make, or negative 20 make 4x plus 18. Actually, I should do the 18 plus 30 makes 48, right? Equals 90 and 20 make 110x plus 60. And then I subtract 4x. 48 equals 106x plus 60. And subtract 60. Negative 12 equals 106x. And divide by 106. So, negative 12 over 106. I would have just reduced it to a negative 6/53. But yeah, it's negative 0.113. Yeah, that sounds right. Questions?
I didn't get that.
Did you get?
I don't understand how you're finding the least common denominator in doing this.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, 15, 9, 6, right?
Right, I know how you find the least common denominator.
Get the 90?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I'm doing is this. I got 90 over 1 times 4x plus 3 over 15, right?
That's the part of it.
First I got to put parentheses around that. Right there. Then I'm going to cross cancel my 90 and 15, both divided by 15 to give me 1 and 6. So now it's just 6 times 4x is 24x. 6 times 3 is 18. I have to do the same here. 90 over 1 times 2x minus 3 over 9. Again, parentheses around the top. There's a negative up here, so I have that negative there. So 9 and 90 both divide by 9 to give me 1 and 10, but again, that's a negative 10. Negative 10 times 2x is negative 20x. Negative 10 times negative 3 is a positive 30. Does that make more sense now?
Yeah, I just need to remember to do those steps. I didn't. Thanks.
You bet. What would we do with something like this? Good question, huh?
Same as we did do it.
What would be that common denominator? 8x. So now, we'll do with 8x over 1 times 5 over 2x. This one probably would be easiest just to multiply out. 8x times 5 is 40x divided by 2x is just 20. The x's divide out. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Nope, x's divide out. So 8x over 1 is a negative 7 over 4x. So you multiply that out. 8 times negative 7 is a negative 56x over 4x. Again, the x's divide out. Negative 56 divided by 4 is a negative 14. 8x over 1 times 3 over 8. Well, 8x times 3 is 24x over 8 is 3x. The x doesn't divide out that time because there's no x on bottom. And then we have 8x over 1 times a negative 5 over x. 8x times negative 5 is negative 40x. 1 times x is x. Negative 40 divided by x, or negative 40x divided by x, the x's cancel out, and you have negative 40. So now, 20 minus 14 is 6. Equals 3x minus 40. And then, add 40. So 46 equals 3x. And then, divide by 3. So 15 and 1/3 equals x. So 15.333333333333333333333. Okay. What do y'all think? Easy?
I can follow that better than when you cross cancel.
Okay. The good news is no new homework for tomorrow. Bad news is tomorrow you will start out with a quiz. So take it for what it's worth.
Are these on there?
Maybe not quite as bad as these last couple, but